Hi, Stuart.
Hey.
If you were to kind of headline for us your approach to your off-season this year and your approach coming into camp, what would you say kind of that headline would be?
I was just trying to grow every day. Just trying to get better, trying to make everything better, the mind, spirit, the body. So, I had the privilege to work with Carter Hart this summer with Schwartzy and Tristan Jarry as well. So it was a good summer. It's got a lot of work done.
So mind, spirit, all of that.
Yeah.
What would be what's the work on that end of things? Like, you've always been a pretty calm guy, and you seem to take everything in stride last year.
Yeah.
But what's your evaluation of how you handled it and what you want to try and do this year?
Yeah, I thought I handled it all right. Obviously, there's different things that you can always be working on and getting better at. And coming into this year, just using that experience to the best of my capabilities. Obviously, I got a full year in the NHL now, and just bringing that into this season, knowing I know what to expect, and I know the teams that I'll be facing, and so it'll be good. I'm excited to get going here.
Do you do a post-mortem at the end of your season in terms of what went well and what you needed to improve on, and what would that be for you?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously you always kind of decompress and, look at things, what went well, what didn't, just the experiences that I was able to go through and kind of what I learned from all those. You definitely learn them in the moment. So after the season, it was more so just learning about the last little bit of the playoffs, and just going through that. I went through that with Schwartzy, went through that with my mental coach, and just grabbing as much as I can.
So that last little bit in the playoffs, what do you think was the difference between regular season Stuart Skinner and the last few games of the playoffs Stuart Skinner?
Nothing really different. I was still myself, still played my game. I just learned from the experience of playoff hockey and what that was like, and I'm just I grew from that, and I'm still growing every single day, and I'm growing from the summer that I just had. So it'll be good getting into day one of camp here.
Hey, Stuart, last year you came into camp, you were obviously the backup to Jack, and you won that starting job. Coming in here, it's not as clear. I just want to ask you about the relationship with you, Jack, and the competition that you both have for the net this year.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, me and Soup get along really well, thankfully. That always makes things a lot better, especially in the dressing room. So, I've been skating with Soup the last 2 weeks. He looks great. We have a good competition with each other every single day on the ice, off the ice. We have our morning coffees, and we kind of chat about some stuff, and it's been good. Like, him and I have a good, tight relationship. So we're excited to get going, and we're excited to compete against each other.
This team, obviously, they're going to score a lot of goals. Highest scoring team in the league last year. And everyone says, hey, if they can get the goaltending, this team could go all the way. I guess, does that put a little extra pressure on you guys, knowing that, everyone's saying, if they can get the goaltending, this team could win a Stanley Cup?
Yeah. Doesn't really matter what they say. I think what matters is kind of what's going on with me and Jack and the rest of the team. It's a team game. A lot of parts go into defending, a lot of parts go into offense, and for us to just be a tight team and work together every single day and get better every day, I think that's going to be the most important thing. That's the name of the game, though. You score more goals than the other team, you end up winning, right? So I'll definitely do my best to do my job all year.
Hi, Stuart. You mentioned earlier that you have more of a book on the teams in the league because you've seen them now. You've gone through the league once. They also probably have a book on you because they've seen you. There's probably a bit of a cat and mouse game there. What do you think about that? And is there something that you really tried to hone in on in terms of improving to make sure that if somebody's trying to kind of come after you in a certain area, that you're ready for it?
Just being in the league for a year, I know a little bit more about the other players, and just like what you said, they know more about me. And I take that as a huge honor, that they do know a little bit about me. It's a dream to play in the NHL, right? So just hearing that from you is a extreme honor. just like how I did, I'm sure they tried their best to get better in the summer too. So the whole league, we're all individuals trying to get better every single day, and we're going to see what that's going to look like this season.
Stuart, hope you had a good off season. I know you're big into reading, and you listen to podcasts. A lot of it's about like the mental side of the game for you. Is there anything that you uncovered this off season that you felt was a good connection to you in that regard?
I mean, there's a lot to take away from summer. A lot to take away physically, mentally, spiritually. Just kind of what I said at the beginning there, and nothing like crazy unfolded, to be honest. I learned a lot about myself and just becoming an adult. A couple things happened to me this summer where they were lessons learned on trusting people and kind of that whole shebang and all that. So yeah, it was just a lot of lessons learned. Just like how I've said before, you try to grow every single day and try to get better, and I got better as a person and as a hockey player this summer.
Darnell Nurse said last year, you're very much an old soul in a sense that you seem to be mature beyond your years and in the conversations that he's had with you. So you look at your kind of approach to the game, you seem very calm and very direct as far as what your plan is. Do you set out a goal for you, and is the goal about numbers or is the goal about how you feel?
Neither really. Numbers are numbers. They get to tell you kind of, I mean, they're results, and they kind of show you where you're at and maybe some things that you need to work on. And how you feel changes every single day. Changes every moment. I felt differently before I came out here than I do right now. So yeah, it's just about what you do when you actually show up to the game, when you actually show up on the ice. So, I mean, those things are always changing, and for myself, I'm committed to not changing.
So this would be the first summer, in previous summers you would have existed here in Edmonton as some people knew you. This summer, you're Stuart Skinner, the starting goalie for the Edmonton Oilers, walking around, going to the restaurants, doing whatever you're doing. How is that different?
It might be a little different just from people saying hi to you a little bit more. But I'm still that Stuart Skinner before the Edmonton Oilers, going to the restaurants and grabbing some food. The only thing different is people ask me a lot about Bo. Just anybody can come up to me and be like, "Oh, Bo's 8 months today, I heard," and it's fun to hear, and it's pretty cool that I get to be in the position to be like that.
So it always seems strange. Like, you played in the regular season, in round numbers, you sort of played 2 out of every 3 games. Jack played 1 out of every 3 games. And then the playoffs come where you start every single game. And I don't know if you got tired. Your numbers showed that maybe you were getting tired. So I guess I'd ask you, were you ready to play every single game? Are you ready to play every single game in a playoff run? And did you get tired last year?
No, I was fine. I mean, kind of just like the question before. Numbers are always changing. I mean, numbers can lie too. So I don't know if numbers can really tell you if I'm tired or if I'm in a good position fatigue-wise. They just kind of show you what's happening and what the results are. But yeah, I mean, I felt good. I felt totally fine. I wasn't fatigued. The team does a great job on making sure that I'm feeling recovered and that everyone's feeling recovered. We got incredible physical therapists, and that's why the NHL is such a good league, because of all the things you get upon that. So, it was just a really good experience for me to go through the whole playoff run. And am I ready to play every single game? Absolutely. I'm always ready to play, and whenever Woody gives me the call, I'll be happy to do my job.
As you progress through your career, things change. You think about when you came in last year, it was, making the team, trying to make a dent in this thing, get in the conversation for some more starts. You had a really good year. Now you come back and expectations are different this year. It's about doing it again, which I imagine is a different kind of pressure. So how do you think you'll handle that, and how do you process that different type?
Yeah, definitely different circumstances coming into this year. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like I mean, it's my first time going through it, so I'm very excited for the year to get going here. Last year is the pressure of making the team, being able to, fight for a spot and, making it as competitive with Jack. This year, obviously, I'm coming in as I played a full year in the NHL. I got to play some playoff games and got to have those experiences. So it depends how much pressure I want to put on myself. And for me, I'm just looking forward to camp. I'm looking forward for tomorrow and being able to get on the ice again. It's been awesome skating the last 2 weeks with all the guys again, and I feel good, and I'm ready to get going here.
Stuart, when you talk about mental toughness for a goaltender and the discipline, do you think fatherhood now kind of plays into that and helps you?
Yeah, absolutely. Bo has actually taught me a lot this summer, just going through, my own my summer regiment of trying to get better and growing my game. Bo was trying to figure out how to crawl this whole summer, and I wasn't telling him how to do it, or I wasn't telling him, oh, you're doing that wrong, you're doing this right. I was just letting him kind of adapt a crawl, like him crawling, which might sound a little silly, but it's kind of the same with the game. You just keep on going, you keep on moving forward, you keep on trying to crawl, you keep on trying to stand, and so Bo's taught me a lot, even though that he's only an eight-month-old kid. So I'm very proud of him, and being able to see him grow is showing me a lot about myself and my life as well.